I discovered Buddhism. So I became Buddhist for quite a long time, and I guess that's how it all started, changing that mindset. And then, yes, fast forward 2 years later, I discovered Theta Healing, and it totally, gradually actually changed my life, and how it changed my life, because I think differently. You could say I'm still the same person, because you don't have to change. You just bring out your best self, yeah. And because when I grew up in quite extreme poverty, and I've also suffered some abuse as well, and so I was really, really like the greatest victim of life, the model victim that you could have.
Hi everyone. Today my guest at Coaching Crew she's Theta Healer. She is life coach. Her spiritual journey started just 15 years ago. She can share with us today a really interesting journey of herself. Today, here is Ivana Mullerova. Ivana, very welcome at Coaching Crew. I'm so happy and blessed to have you here in my broadcast.
Hi, Stacey. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me.
We start with our conversation a few days ago, and I want to share with all of our audience how is working the Theta Healings, and I will give you the example to everyone. For example, now, can you imagine I'm your client and come next to you and say, Ivana, listen, I have a problem with myself, with my relationship, with my partner, with my parents. I'm feeling so nervous. Everything is just going on another opposite side. It's nothing on the good way. I have a problem, and I don't know definitely what's happened, what's going on here. How you can help me?
Well, you definitely sound like my client. You sound a bit stuck and lost. So how I can help you? I can tune in, and I can see where these thoughts and these feelings are coming from. What is your why that is stopping you from overcoming a problem, or what's even creating the problem? So the way I would do this is I would tune in, do energetic scanning, scan your body, your energetic field, and connect to your higher truth through the creator of all that is, the power of the creator of all that is, or what do you want to call it, the creator, God, source energy, because that's the real healer here, actually. And we would work on your limiting beliefs, because that's what's driving everything, because the way we were brought up, sometimes our personality, our life is kind of created by the age of 7, the way we think, the way we view life. And it is incredible what sometimes is holding us back without us even realizing. There could be one sentence that your mother said years and years ago, and it impacted on your whole life. Or seeing our parents, how they interact with people, with the world around them. We realized that actually that's really, really impacted on how we view life. And so it's all about, I guess my work and Theta Healing is all about untying these beliefs, and untying these I want to say ropes around you, but like that are constraining you and not really allowing you to live your life according to your truth. So what is your truth? Your mother's truth is not your truth, it's your highest and best truth is sometimes hidden after all these years, and it could be from this lifetime, it could be genetic, that even comes from beliefs that come through our parents, from our ancestors, things like that, and or environmental, like our limiting beliefs can be, or the view of life that we've got can be created by how we what environment we are in, what conditions we are in, and the collective consciousness really impacts on us. So your problem really with whatever you said so many things. You said so many things, relationship, parents, we can work on all that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I
And
remember, yeah,
mm,
sorry. Yes,
no, just and connect you to what you really want, because sometimes maybe you don't even know what you truly want.
yeah. I remember when I met you for the first time, that was,
Mm-hmm.
I think, in advanced Theta Healing course, and you was assistant there.
Yes.
You saw my face and just said, "How are you?" I don't know. That was my answer.
Yeah.
No. And you say, "What's happened with you?" And I said, "Listen, can you see my face? This eye on the left side was a little bit closed. Do you
Mm-hmm.
remember?"
Yeah.
One. And then you say, "Yes, how about your woman in inside?" And then I start to crying. I start to laughing in the same time, and I can't remember what was the issue, but I remember definitely it was a big masculine energy in my,
Yeah.
yes, in inside. And because I'm all the time just running, doing something and organize so many stuff and things around me, but in the same time we have to be a woman.
Yes, and I remember that actually at that time, it's like, you mentioned the eye. I remember because it's like you were not accepting your femininity.
Yeah.
I remember that you were like not prepared to, or unable to step into your femininity, because you're actually so feminine and so beautiful, but I could see like you just would not embrace it back then. And so and you were afraid to even see that. But it's so common for us, nowadays, or forever. Maybe it's actually always been like that for women, having to feeling like they have to step into that masculine and operate from that. But actually, when you're connected to your femininity, you can then balance the masculine and feminine in you, because both of them are good, but they need to be in balance.
Yes,
You
yes.
seem very balanced now.
Yes, I am.
You look beautiful and strong.
Thank you, Ivana. You too. Now is the time where I want to explain to me a little bit more about how is working the Theta Healing. What is the Theta Healing? What is the energy? How the people can feel that big thing.
Yeah. So Theta Healing is an intuitive energy healing modality that was created, channeled by a woman called Ivana Mullerova. She's American, And she's had an incredible journey of how she had to heal herself, and she really connected to this creative energy of all that is, which is basically God energy source, and she really managed to heal herself, really, really bad medical condition that she was in. And so because she was a healer, she started having lots and lots of clients, and she couldn't deal with it, with all the clients. She didn't have enough time, so she started teaching. So that's where we come from. That's where this all comes into my life. So 2 years ago, or even 2.5 years ago, I went to a networking event where I saw Anna Kidney from Bourgeon talking about how this amazing energy modality, healing modality works. And I just fell in love with it. I just totally knew straight away that this is my thing. So I went and did a few courses, just like you did. And then a year ago, I did my mastery courses, and my life's just never been the same. It's like you asked me how we can see this in our life. So basically, what I do when I work with, when I channel that energy, we work on your subconscious, the limiting beliefs. But we also talk a little bit, so your conscious mind understands as well. So it's like quite a few things are going on at the same time. We're working on your subconscious, but also on your conscious mind, because that's when the healing happens, when you have that aha moment, when you know that why. Because I, in my work, I think the point of this all is that we need to discover why you are thinking in such way, why you feel in a certain way, and then we can do something about it. So yes, the Theta Healing modality works with that, as I just said, and also there is energetic exchange, working with your cells, each cell of your body, and it's like it's amending, repairing, through the interaction, the energy. So you will actually feel it straight away when you get healing. You feel like suddenly like your body it was like this, and suddenly it's like like beautiful. I feel so calm and relaxed, and you really feel the tension to go away. The tension goes away. So yeah, that's how Theta Healing works. And the way I do it is have a little chat with my client to see what the issue is, and then we dig deeper, to see where that came from and release any trauma, learn the lessons, accept the lessons that came with this situation, this belief, the life that you created. And it's really empowering, because in the end the client is more in control of their life, and they understand that they create their life, because that's really hard to accept for a lot of people, and I struggled with that a lot. And then I surrendered to it, and I was like, yeah, it's my fault, everything. It was me, it's not my mom's fault.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big thing, Ivana.
Yes.
What little solution can you advise for all the people who can see this interview at Coaching Creole?
So definitely create your own ritual, kind of, where your own routine, where you really cultivate self-love. And it's not, people talk about it, but it's not a vain thing. It's not vanity. It's not luxury. It's something that you basically, if you want to succeed in life and live a happy life, and also through being happy, help other people be happy, you really want to reconnect to yourself and to your own truth, your truth. So that you need to practice it, actually, because it doesn't happen sometimes. Some things change like this, but some things you need to do again and again, and really give that to yourself, that time and attention, and become your best friend. So to do that, when you feel really stuck and you kind of new maybe to any of this, you're new to meditation and healing, and or even like you're new to looking into your soul, because a lot of people around me, well, they're just everywhere. We're just people are so fascinating, aren't they? Like where they come from and the lives we're all living, so different. So to start that is, I would suggest mirror work. So stand in front of a mirror, and or have your makeup mirror if you're a woman, or if you're a man. I know men who wear makeup.
This looking great is mine.
Yeah, so basically look in the mirror and look into your eyes and start talking to yourself, saying, you always use the words I accept or I love. You can say that as well, but I accept is very powerful. And you basically close your eyes. You close your eyes in the beginning to just like center yourself, but then you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, I accept. I don't know if some people think they've got a big nose. So you say, the person tells to themselves, I accept my big nose. I accept, but you say good and bad. So try to be non-judgmental. Yeah. So say, I accept my big nose. I accept my beautiful eyes. I accept my beautiful hair. I accept, and that's physical aspects of you, but also work on the personality aspects. Like, I accept that I'm loving and caring. I accept that I don't know, you could think anything about yourself, like I'm lazy. I accept that I'm lazy. Because, and keep talking until you're like, you will actually, this will make you cry. This will make, it made me cry. It made everyone who did it, my client, the clients that have done it, it just makes you cry, because it's like a release. You connect into your emotions, through saying it to yourself and seeing yourself. You actually realize that you've got compassion for yourself.
And how often?
And start loving yourself.
Yeah, that can be every day?
Yeah, so it could be every day with time. Again, it could be part of your routine, just like 1 minute in the morning in the bathroom. But in the beginning, I would actually suggest to do this like for 15 minutes, literally just like talk to yourself for 15 minutes to release, because this, to get yourself started, you really want to connect to yourself, you want to connect to what you really feel. But then after that's released, you then can just maintain it, like to get your mind into that every morning,
Yeah. Okay. Dear all, now is the moment to put the comment below of this video, and there you can say inner self. If you put these words in the comment below, Ivana, she will contact you and she will send you the PDF document with this kind of exercise and a little bit more deeper information, how it's working, and also how she can help to you. Ivana, my last question to you is how you connect to your inner truth.
So I've practiced that myself a lot. it's all about remembering that you chip away. It's like peeling the onion, you know. So I've worked on myself a lot, and I consistently work on myself because it takes time sometimes. Some things take time, some things don't. And what I do is I meditate, I do healing on myself, I get healing from others, you know, we support each other. But definitely meditation and cultivate that feeling of self-love and you know, acceptance. Self-acceptance is very important. Mentioned started 15 years ago when I actually came to the UK because I originally come from the Czech Republic. And it was interesting because I discovered these spiritual practices, like, you know, I discovered Buddhism. So I became Buddhist for quite a long time, and it just, I guess that's how it all started, you know, changing that mindset. And then, yes, fast forward 2 years later, I discovered Theta Healing, and it totally gradually actually changed my life, you know. And how it changed my life, because I think differently. You could say I'm still the same person, you know, because you don't have to change. You just bring out your best self, yeah. And because, you know, when I grew up in quite extreme poverty, and I've also suffered some abuse as well, and so I was really like the greatest victim of life, you know, the model victim that you could have, like poverty, abuse, bullying, so many things, and growing up, you know, with a father alcoholic, and you know, with over the years, I managed to actually forgive my father, forgive, you know, whoever I needed to forgive myself, and to really change that focus from focusing on that pain that I've been through, and actually realizing, oh God, I created this. I created my life. No, I don't want this responsibility. Please, someone else take it. And actually, I gave my power away to so many people. You know, it could be anyway. It could be even some of my friends. It could be my employer. You know, and it's really, I really needed to change that about myself. You know, to get that power back. And yeah. Here I am, and I now accept that I create everything, but I also now allow myself to dream. And before, I didn't used to dream. I thought it was stupid, because my dreams couldn't come true. But now I know they can.
So in the end, what we can say again, if we find our why, so what we can do?
Release it and say goodbye. And start living. Rather than surviving. Because a lot of people are surviving, but they become very good at that. Like I'm a great survivor, but like extreme survival skills is definitely, I've got that. But you know, it's nice to live.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It is true. I'm so happy to have you here in my broadcast and to share with all of us your story, your journey, your experience. And I'm sure how you say in the beginning in our previous conversation without the interview, you say we all coming from different areas, from different ways. So if you have cross with that person, and you can share so many things, you can learn from that person so many things, because whole of our life is experience and learning.
True.
Ivana,
Totally
thank you so
true.
much to be here, and see you soon.
Thank you so much.